Okay, so position sizing. Okay, today we are going to discuss about our lot size. When you, I hope some of us know about this, but I will throw more light on that because it is one of the problems most of you are facing. Yes, actually, no matter the strategy you are using, if you don't know how to calculate your position size or your lot size, then you won't know how to manage your money. Yeah. So, but before I start this lesson, I would like to tell you that you have one of the most powerful strategy you can ever think of. Yeah. Your trading system is actually powerful because you follow the footprint of the financial institutions and you know how to identify a supply and demand zone. So you know how to evaluate the strength of the move. You have learned how to analyze market from the top to the bottom. You know all this. You know how to identify the freshness of the zone. You know how to analyze exactly when an institution is taking their trade and how to follow their footprint. In fact, I must congratulate you for this, for this your effort. For you to be able to learn this alone, it's a plus. However, let me tell you something. What if I tell you that upon all these strategies and tactics that you've learned from me, it will never make you a successful trader? What if I tell you that it will never make you a successful trader if you don't have a powerful money management strategy? Meaning that if you don't follow a very powerful money management strategy, regardless of the strategy that you are using, you have to get a powerful money management system that will guide you. You shouldn't just, because you have the powerful system, so you just place trade without knowing amount that you are risking in the trade. I hope you understand it. So if you really want to understand this concept of position sizing, then you need to stay on this call for till I end the class, because I'm going to teach you how to identify, how to calculate your lot size based on the trade that you are going to take, how to calculate it based on your account size. Okay. So now, before you enter into a trade, I always tell you guys that you don't risk more than 2% of your capital. You don't risk more than 2% of your capital. When you risk more than 2% of your capital, and let's say you lose, assuming you have risked 5% of your capital and you lose like 5 trades at a go, that will be like 25% of your capital. When 25% of your capital is gone, you are making a significant loss in the day. However, if you are using 2% and you lose 5 trades at a go, that will be like 10% of your capital. This 10%, I don't think it will push you so hard to take a revenge into the market. I hope you understand. So before you take any trade, you should know your account size. You should know the lot size that you should use. So there is this side that will help you calculate your lot size before entering into the trade. So let me take you to enter. So this is the site. Okay. So when you open to this site, there are a whole lot of things here. However, we are going to discuss the calculator, the lot size calculator, or your position sizing. Okay. So over here, you click on the calculator. You can sign up whatsoever, but even if you don't sign up, you can still use the calculator. So you click on the calculator here, and that calculator will lead you to this menu. See, so click on continue to. So when it leads you to this menu, you see position size calculator. You have pip calculator, margin calculator, Fibonacci calculator, pivot point calculator. So today we are going to discuss position size calculator. So you click on that. Now you have your currency pair, you have your account currency, You have the account size, risk reward ratio or risk ratio, your stop loss in pips, your contract size, your current ask price. So for instance, if you want to let's assume you have made an analysis on, let's say, uh, let me take pound JPY, pound CHF. You want to buy pound CHF at this price. At this price, you see the price will just appear here for you. You want to buy pound CHF around this price, and then the currency you are trading in is US dollar. Okay, so let's assume your account size is, let's say, $1,000, $1,000. So over here, if you want to risk 2% of your capital, you can just type in 2. So your risk ratio in percentage. So over here, you want to risk just 2% of our capital. So stop loss. So assuming that your stop loss for this trade is, let's say, 20 pips. 20 pips. Then contract size, you leave it the current price for this is that. So you just click on the calculate. See, good. So once you click on the calculate, the money you are risking will now appear here. So anytime markets will go against you and hit your stop loss, you'll be losing $20. And then this is the lot size that you will need to use. So the lot size will be 0.092. This is approximately like, when you round the 9, it will be like 0.1. So remember, when you use 0.1, you are, and then market moves in your favor for 10 pips, you are getting $10. 20 pips, you are getting $20. The same time, when market goes against you, 10 pips, you are losing what? $10. 20 pips, you are losing what? $20. So this $20 is equivalent to 2% of your capital. So with $1,000 accounts, if you want to enter trade, you can enter with 0.1 lot size. So in that case, you are not risking more than 2% of your capital, or you can go low, below this. Don't go above this. When you go above this, meaning that you are trading more than 2% of your capital. The same thing, maybe your stop loss is, let's say, 30 pips. Sometimes you did calculation and the stop loss is supposed to be 30 pips. So you click 30 and then calculate. See, now with the 30 pips, your stop loss is what? 0.06. So instead of you placing a trade of 0.09 or 0.1, now because your stop loss is around 30 pips, you don't use the 0.1 again. You now reduce your lot size to 0.06. So the lot size, the position pips that you are risking will determine the actual lot size you'll be using. So as time goes on, as you are using it, you might not need to even go to this size. Just by gauging the account, you'll be able to find out whether you should use this type of lot size or not. So basically, this is position sizing. If you have a question, you can ask, then we move on. I hope it's clear.
JPY. Good evening to everyone. I have a question concerning the position size calculator.
Okay.
Let's say like maybe I have already opened a position that is running, and maybe I have calculated for the 2%, and I have found a new setup, and I want to enter that trade.
Okay.
In this case, do I still consider my trade running? Do I still include it in my total trading amount, or how do I do that in that case?
That is good. So it's a very good question. So assuming that you have entered into a trade, let me mute you all. So assuming that you've entered into a trade, fine. You are in a trade and then you've already risked 2% of your capital. However, you've spotted another trade. So in the other trade, you should still calculate based on that same account size with the same 2% lot size. I hope you understand me. So
Right.
after calculating it, you can place another trade, but you shouldn't place more than 4 different trades at a time. So
Okay.
so in that case, you are when you place maximum 4 trades, meaning you are risking 8% of your capital, just in case even all the 4 trades goes against you. And I don't think 8% of your capital will weigh you so down as compared to somebody who will take 10% risk for 4 trades. That would be like 40% of his capital. I hope you understand. So at the end of the day, all that we want to achieve is the money. We want to manage our money. We don't want to lose huge capital. We want to manage it. So 2%, 4 running trades is okay.
All right.
So if you want to add additional trade, then meaning that you should be ready to close the already existing running trade before you add some. I hope you understand. So you don't go more than 4 trades at a time. That is why those people who do contact me with their account size, I usually give them the lot size, and I'll tell you don't place more than 4 running trades at a time. So much. Thank you so much for your time. This is just a highlight on position sizing. Bye bye.
Okay, well.
Bye.